Yo, what's up, kings and queens? Of course, in this segment of Keep in Style, I'm going to be bringing to you an amazing man. Personally, I've known him, and by the way, have I introduced my... But do I even need an introduction? I mean, you guys already know me. It is Lynette Blaze on your screens right now. And it is TBT from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. every single Saturday. And in TBT, I just bring you Keep in Style. What are you keeping up with style? Like, how are you actually keeping up with style? Where are you going for vacation? Like, people are literally going to Ginger, to whichever places. And you're home. What are you doing at home? Are you a spoon? Anyway, so this very time I'm gonna be bringing to you a very amazing man, and actually with the background that you are seeing, you can see that this is a tour company, and in this tour company, actually this guy is very, very knowledgeable, and I do not want to speak so much for him, but let me actually leave him to introduce himself. So how are you today?
Hey, I'm doing well. My name is Charles Ruhanga. I'm so excited to have you.
Hey, Ruhanga for Ruhanga.
Yeah, Ruhanga from Ruhanga Eco Safaris. So how that name came, I just wanted to shortcut of my name, Ruhanga.
Hey, what does Ruhanga mean?
Okay, Ruhanga, you know, in Uganda we have cultures and tribes. Yeah. So I come from Fort Portal, that is southwestern Uganda. But this name Ruhanga, it means all things belongs to God.
Oh,
Ruhanga.
Wow.
Now, when I shortcutted that name into Ruhanga Eco Safaris from my name, then it called then the company. I named the company Ruhanga Eco Safaris, and Ruhanga means God. Of course, when you go to Western Uganda, everyone knows that.
Hallelujah. So how long has Ruhanga been existing?
Well, that's a good question. I initiated the Ruhanga Eco Safaris. It was established in 2019. Yeah, and as you see that the other certificate of incorporation, where we got the certificate from USB. But however, when the COVID-19 came, the tourism industry went into down. So everything shut down. So after 2 years, when the government released us to work again, that's when I became serious.
Oh, wow. So, you know, very many young people that actually watch TBT are very interested in the tourism sector because, I mean, it is one of the leading leisure activities, going to just play or to just take adventure or to do road trips, things like that. And very many of them actually think that these things are very expensive.
Well, not really that these tourism things are very expensive, but you know, it's all about heart. Now, this is our country, Uganda, and the tourism sites we have mostly are in Uganda. And sometimes I feel so much embarrassed when those whites come from long way, they travel to come and know our country better than us. Yeah, because it is part of their lives. So it's part of them. So we need to make tourism to be part of our lives. It's not expensive as people they say. Okay, there are some tourism sites which are expensive, but there are others which are not really expensive. Now, if I tell you that there is a Entebbe Zoo, that is education center, it is not tourism. It is not expensive. Someone can get at least 10,000 to go and see those animals. Actually, those animals, if you can't able to go to in the wild reserves to see them, or in the safaris, you can see them at a zoo. So 10,000. But however, of course, if you want to put a bit much money, you can decide and go for safari. Yeah, it is not
vacation.
For a vacation, and then if you want even to take your family, now let me tell you something very interesting. You find some people here in Uganda, they could spend actually almost $1 million in the bar. Yeah, you get true. Or like 500,000 in the beaches, and also spending all that money, and that very person cannot spare one day to say that to go with a family or himself alone to go to know his country and to explore about Uganda.
That is very true. By the way, that is factual. And the fact that young people actually do not want to know about their country. Actually, like people come from far and beyond to just come and and love on our country. They come to just see the falls at River Nile, to just go to Kasubi tombs.
Yes.
Even that thing, man. Let us learn to love our country. Anyway, so I've seen so many people organize. Is it trips? People, especially on TikTok, and they are young people. And I know that you also started this company as a young person. So, what would be your biggest advice for such people like that really want to venture into it, and they're just trying and paving, just trying? What would be your advice for them?
Well, there's nothing impossible before God. One of the persons that the people that I'm following and are so much like those, one of my role models is, or the other guy, Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King said that if you believe in in yourself, you can make it. I don't like to I don't like it to tell those people that you cannot make it. You can make it, because when you look at around, when you look at by the time that I started this safari company, it was a time when people like ng'abantu tebasobola okitegeera nga we in the group naye nga twenyoma we could despise ourselves that I cannot make it.
By the way, before you even continue, did you start with like having cars and the vans that you actually have right now, or did you start with probably hiring from someone and just making ends meet? How did you start?
No one can lie you that to start a safari company that you're supposed to first buy a car. Okay, there are few people who have money who can buy the cars before they start, but let me tell you, you don't need to start with big thing. You need first believe in yourself that you can make it. But I hire many cars, many vehicles to use them in transportation, because what I confronted with it was a heart. It was a heart that I love tourism, and this is the thing that I like so much. And then all these things you see even in the office came later, because now there are two things. There are so many people who have cars and don't have businesses. And those actually have businesses, they don't have cars. Now, those two things. So we need each other. But if God helps and you have a business, also you have clients, and also you have cars, that's another step. So I started without anything. It was just a heart.
There you have it. You people have passions for a lot of things. What are you actually passionate about? Some people are passionate about food, and you're saying, oh, I do not have this and that and this. And you're just out there. But with your passion, you can actually do a lot more. And some people just have the voices, and you're saying, oh, I do not have a studio at home, and just cool kids things. And you can actually just get your phone and start singing in front of your phone, because why would you start big yet you have something that you can start with? Well, before I even let Uncle Charlie go, because he's called Charles, and before I let him go, I just want it would be a word of advice, but I know that you're very excellent in the things that you do. You're knowledgeable in tourism, and you have very excellent skills, driving and, professionalism, because I know that you're a timekeeper and all those things. So, seeing to the generation that we are on and how we look at work, because for us, it's about money. It's about, mfunira muwa, chitegera, and it's not, how am I actually elevating this whole thing to a level of professionalism? And yet I'm working with tourists that are actually coming from countries that are professional enough. So how do you deal coping with such things? Because I know that you also work with some people that have the African setting, the African mind, and yet you picture your company in a professional level. So how do you cope with such unprofessionalism? tourism in your company?
Now, well, one thing that it is, I grew up with these things. One of the guys that I respect so much, his name is called Ernest Wiondo. Actually, right now he's a pastor. So is the guy that he brought me into tourism way back all those years that I told you. But he told me one thing, that you do not actually don't put into your mind that you're working for money. Just make sure your job is excellent, because if you do your job in a good way, in the right way, then the money will follow you. So I would advise people out there that want to start something, don't think that money can solve every problem, everything. You may have with money, you may get money, but you will not get clients, you will not get people that will follow you. So one thing that I want to advise those people, that let us do this thing with a heart.
So what are some of the challenges that you have faced running this company or in tourism as a whole?
Well, the challenges we have right now, first of all, on behalf of us in tourism, we have the challenge of low roads. We know our country is beautiful. Our every tourism site is good, but there are some roads that where you take clients noga banange.
But actually I feel like it's an adventure even for them, kubanga tebamanyi potholes in those.
Yes, it is an adventure for them. Naye kati nganza avuga, sometimes waliwo otuukano nga mwetaaga okuvaamu musindike emmotoka ng'ekinnya kiwanvu. Yeah, like one day in 2019 I took a group of people in Fort Portal in Channinga Resort, Crater Lakes, but it was rainy season. But we could come out, all of us, with my clients. Nenga mpulira answala, nenga tuino kusindike motoka ngeserera. So that is one of the challenges. But however, our country is beautiful. Then running a company, the challenge is taxes.
Taxi. Namwe muina ifreeze.
Ifreeze tezinawa kujja naye, but of course government is later. But taxes is really a bit high. Naye we're collaborating with the URA, with our Uganda Tourism Board. Yeah, tusobola okuyitawo, but tusaba government at least tukendezeko katono naye.
Ezo taxes zikoze enguudo zetulaba.
Yes, taxes zikoze enguudo, but also want to work in a good environment whereby I can balance the clients, the company, and also the government too. So that we can move well. Nga fenna wasinza kudda wakanga nango bwana bunkabirira. Nenga situtemata. Nenga ate bamanyi natuwa company.
Yeah. That's true. So someone out there might actually be thinking, okay, what is up with tourism? Kati chiche mba nonya yo chesisobola kufuna wano. You know, people are surfing on their phones and they can be in Miami naye ng'oli ku buliribu nga watuuseeyo ddoli ka TikTok okitegeera. So what are some of the advantages actually in tourism?
Well, one of the advantages in tourism, one is exposure. Yeah. We actually, this is like the word explorer. When we go out there, we explore. We explore the country. We explore the many places that we never been to actually. And my first time.
So I know that you've been to so many places. Yes. What is one place that you actually love? That you would recommend to anyone any day?
I've been to many places, but it depends what you want and what kind of animals that you want to see. But to me, my favorite place is Maction Falls National Park. Because Maction Falls National Park is it's the wildest, powerful waterfalls. Yeah, so it has divided into two. It has the Maction Falls, the falls that come from Karuma, and also another Uhuru Falls. When you reach there, actually, it's such a beautiful and gorgeous creature, and everything is so wonderful. So, Maction Falls National Park is very, very beautiful.
Wow! Now I really want to go to Maction.
And it's Maction Falls National Park. It's more of savanna grassland and savanna woodland. So every kind of animals there, except the rhinos. The rhinos have only its own park, that is Zua Rhino Sanctuary, but other animals out of
You mean rhinos are not also in Queen Elizabeth?
No, it is Nakasongola. Those rhinos are Nakasongola, yeah. They have their own park. It's called Zua Rhino Sanctuary. But there are so many animals in Maction Falls. There are so many birds, different bird species, so many mammals, so many things. Yeah.
Man, I feel like
And
going
it's
for a
not
tour.
even-
You should give me a discount.
And it's not actually really far. It's about 300 something kilometers, 320 to Maction Falls.
Oh.
You can it's a distance that you can drive a half day and then you reach already.
Man, I can't drive a half day. I've not been given that grace.
But also other national parks are beautiful, are good. It depends if you want to go to Chidepo National Park, it is a true African wilderness. Yeah, it's on South Sudan, Kenya and Uganda.
And Chidepo is the farthest, right, from Kampala?
Very farthest. There are many farthest national parks like Bwindi, Impenetrable. It has a slogan called the Ultimate Gorilla Experience.
Oh, yeah.
And when you go there, it has got thick forests, very beautiful forests. And then it covers 3 districts. Where there is Chisoro, there is Kanungu, and also...
You mean it's bigger than Queen Elizabeth?
No. Queen Elizabeth is the second national biggest park.
Yeah.
And Maction Falls is the largest. It covers almost 5,000 kilometers around the park with 4 districts and 5 gates.
Wow, there is a lot to talk about tourism. I feel like we would need a whole entire day to really cover everything. But what is one thing that you can never forget that you've experienced in your journey, your 10 years of tourism that you will never forget?
Wow. One thing that I can never forget is like when and which is good. No, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know, we've been traveling to Maction Falls for many years, and then before COVID, the road that goes inside the Maction Falls was the road. It was at Maram Road. But when the government, when COVID came in 2019, we didn't know that the government was constructing that road. Now, unfortunately, after when we resumed again the tourism industry, then I made my first trip after the COVID-19, and I found the road is so nice, very beautiful, and all that from that Chichumba Nyobo Gate in Masindi up to Tupala Safari Lodge, it up to beyond it to Pakwachi, the road is all nice, already paved. Yeah, so I will never forget that it was a surprise from the government. We did not know what was going on. Yeah.
Oh, wow. As I told you, adventure can never stop. But it has been Ruhanga Eco Safaris. You can actually follow them up on their social media platforms. And that is where?
We are on. You can find us on Facebook, Charles the Traveler, and also Ruhanga Eco Safaris have 2 Facebook pages, and also on Instagram, Charles the Traveler 2. Then on TikTok, Ruhanga Eco Safaris, and then don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, Ruhanga Eco Safaris. And lastly, don't forget to check us on our website, www.ruhangaecosafaris.com. Thank you so much. I really appreciate Kingdom TV. May the Lord bless you so much, and the entire team. God bless you so much. And Bishop Chiganda, God bless you.
Keep in style with Lynette Blaze. Let's go back to the studio.